Greeting friends of Futurework. I would like you to think about this. Think about a person that has you saying or has had you saying historically, wow, that's a good question. Who is someone that you know that asks great questions, the kind of questions that really cause you to think hard? And what is the value of asking great questions, great open-ended questions that really cause you to get in your head, dig deep, and think hard? Well, I'm a huge advocate of asking questions and the power of it, how it helps people. It engages them. It has them look at their situation, in many cases, come up with their own answers, rather than giving advice. Now, a number of years ago, I was working on a project, and we were talking about the value of asking questions. There was a very high-level executive in the room, and I could see he was beginning to steam in the back of the room. Finally, he took the opportunity to raise his hand and to offer his opinion. He said, I don't need to ask questions. I have 30 years of experience, and asking questions is the last thing I need to do. I need to be giving advice because I've earned the right to give it. Well, he was so mad at me that the spit was flying out of his mouth as he was talking. Yeah, that was pleasant, as you might imagine. But we moved on because we clearly were not going to agree. And as fate would have it, the next activity, he was paired with a colleague, someone who was in a similar position as him, at a similar level within the organization. The exercise was that she was to share a work-related experience that wasn't going the way that she wanted it to, and his job was to listen well and to ask open-ended questions that helped her and him get a much clearer understanding of that work-related challenge. Well, she began talking, and she gave maybe a sentence, and he made an assumption. His assumption was that he understood what she was talking about, and he began to give advice. And he went on and on and on and on. And finally, she kept giving him these looks. I mean, she did everything but a triple somersault off of the countertop to let him know that he was off base. The look on her face, her body language, every bit of it was like, you do not get it. But that didn't stop him. So at the end of his giving advice session, she was in a position to provide feedback to him on the process. And here's what she said. Well, you only gave me the opportunity to start telling you about my situation, and then you butted in and started giving advice. See, the trouble is that you made a lot of assumptions, and all of them are wrong. The advice that you gave me was worthless, absolutely worthless. And what makes it worse is I gave you every signal that I could possibly summon to let you know that you were off base. And guess what? You didn't see any of it. Nothing else needed to be said. Asking questions is a powerful way to engage people, to help them understand and help you understand their situation. Don't be so quick to give advice. People often have the answers within them. They need great questions to help them sort of work their way around it. Do a search on the internet for great open-ended questions and review it regularly. Grab onto a couple that suit you, that you can incorporate in your communication. Because when it's all said and done, those that can ask powerful questions are the ones that you will remember. And you'll very likely help them and you come up with the right answers. Ask powerful questions.